Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
Episode 5. Five
Episodes.
5 episodes, man. We already 5 deep.
There's a lot of good things with 5.
Domino's 5 for 5.
5 days in a week.
5 days in a week. You get Saturday, Sunday off.
Yeah. 5.
There's 5 horsemen or 4?
No, it's 4 horses.
There's 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
What's going on, people? Listen, I'm your host, AJ McLaughlin. This is my co-host,
Clayton Martinez.
and welcome back to Opinions and Consequences, episode 5, people. So let's get right into it. Matter of fact, how was your 4th, man?
You know what? Surprisingly good. Car went bad, but everything else was good. Good food, good vibe.
I felt like it was a little weird because it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
No?
the middle of the week thing isn't common. Like, you know, I feel like everybody had to work on Thursday. So, like, you couldn't go as hard as you wanted.
And that's I feel like that's
It kind of takes away from, I guess, everybody's fun of it. I don't really drink like that no more, so it don't really faze me. Like to go out on the 4th. It's really just for cookouts. Because, I mean, what do you really go and do on the 4th? You're not.
no, you're right.
You're not going to party. You're just going to cookout.
But when do you start your vacation though?
Oh, you definitely got to start on the 3rd. Definitely got
That's
to start on the 3rd.
awkward though.
You got to start the 3rd.
Hey boss, can I get the 3rd off?
Well, okay, let's look at it like
That's
this.
a
Next year's going to
Tuesday.
be on the 3rd. It's going to be on a Thursday. So if you're smart, you'll take the Friday. But this year, I would have did the 3rd. You know, I did the 3rd before the pre-day.
Oh, it's a good
Some
week.
people did that, actually. I went to a cookout on the 3rd because they were like, you know what? We have the 4th off, so, you know, you're not going to go too hard. You can go hard on, you know what I mean?
I feel like you guys just take the whole week off. Fuck it. YOLO it. You gotta YOLO it.
4th.
Not for the 4th, bro.
Well, there's no other holidays in the summer. That's it. We're done.
No, you got
What do we got? The 4th of July and what? That's it? For,
Yeah,
for summer.
Oh, for the summer,
June,
for
July,
the summer.
August. I'm
Yeah.
counting. I'm not counting September.
yeah.
Because what's the last week? That's Labor Day? Or is it Memorial Day? Which one is it? It's one of the two.
That's Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day is
That's the end of
September.
summer.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
September 2nd. It's some weird date. It's different every year if you peep. It's a different day every year. I've noticed. Labor Day, it's always the first weekend or something like that. It's like the week before. But it's always like, it's no set date. Go look at that. Like, look that shit up.
You know what? I'm about to
Look it up.
because you're like.
I've noticed
What
that. I
day
remember I thought that was
falls
crazy.
on-
I was
yo.
like, because one day was on my birthday. And my birthday's September 7th. How we got to that part. I was like, how we get this far into the month? So I think it just depends on what weekend it falls on.
So this year's Monday, September 3rd.
See? It's always that Monday and the way it pushes. Like, it's weird.
Why can't it be
That
like,
weekend. But it's basically that weekend.
It should be like everything should be like Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. Like no matter
Oh, yeah.
however you slice it, Thursday's a day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it don't matter. It don't matter,
No,
bro.
I agree. It just gets weird.
Yeah.
It gets weird because, like I said, like this, like last year, 4th of July was on a Tuesday, and the year before was on a Monday. Like, it sucks. But then you gotta remember, next year's on a Thursday, and the year after on a Friday. So then that gives you the long weekend, so you can really get turned into year 2 years from now.
And wait, Christmas is on.
I don't know. Christmas is on a random day. It's like a Tuesday or Wednesday. It's really weird. Or it's a Monday. It's
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like a Tuesday. Yeah. And you usually get the 24th off, and then you get the 25th. Well, it depends on what type of job you work. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, that might work out better for people because if you think about it,
Saturday,
because you got Saturday, Sunday,
Shop.
but then you have Christmas Eve is on Monday,
Yeah.
and then Thanksgiving. I mean, Christmas is on Tuesday.
And it depends on if you get. So then, when's New Year's?
New Year's has to be on a Tuesday.
It's gonna be the next Tuesday.
Has to be.
Shit, that's tough.
I
I would just take that week. I would take, you know, if you got your 2 weeks, take the 2 weeks. Yeah.
Listen,
It's the end of the year anyway. It's the beginning of the New Year.
and that's what I
So if
feel
you
like.
save
Man.
the time.
I feel like, man. Listen, I wanted to say happy belated
Oh yeah,
4th
happy
of
4th
July,
everybody.
Happy belated 4th of July if you guys celebrate
Definitely
it.
drink to that.
Happy just 4th day, like or happy since it was on a Thursday, right?
What?
July 4th? No, it was on a Wednesday.
Wednesday this year.
Happy Wednesday for everybody who didn't celebrate it. You know what I mean? Who don't celebrate it. For
Yeah, we know there's people that say Juneteenth and you know,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
monthly. We get it. Listen, cheers to you. Cheers to all
guys.
y'all.
You know. Oof, yeah. So what's buzzing? What's on it? What's the open bar, man? What you got on this open bar?
There's a few things going on right now. Let's see.
What's the open bar thing, man?
Well, let's talk about how the lady in London, there's a woman in London, she's been caught for killing kids. They say she's killed about 16 kids and injured another 15. And she's she's been going through training. I forget her name. It's in Baines, United Kingdom, something like that. But she's killed 16, that they know of, that they think they're still investigating, which is really weird because they sent her to a hospital and all that. Like, she was put on administrative leave. She was put in like an administrative position. But she's like literally just been released from the police station. Like, they literally just released her. She's literally in there. It's been like 15, 16 people.
Damn.
Yeah, she's like that. That was the one that caught my face. I was like, "Good Lord, how many people can you kill?" And these are babies. It's not adults. If that's what everybody's thinking, it's kids. But that's not like it's not. You don't hear it in the mainstream news. I was reading that, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, that is crazy.
That's cooked. She must have been cooked. And by the way, people, today we're actually freestyling this, so we don't have no timer. We're going based off of just time delays on our head. That's it, people.
And when you throw a flag, it's like football.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Encroachment.
That's crazy buzz. That's crazy buzz. Like, I think my crazy open bar thing is, it gotta be with this LeBron thing. I feel like that's the biggest. I think that was the biggest thing that happened this week, per se, other than the 4th of July. I don't think it makes a difference though. No. I think him going to LA is making no difference at all.
I think it's just about happiness and money at this point.
I really think it's about his. I really don't think he's concerned too much about his legacy. I feel like he's concerned about afterwards.
Why worry about it? You've already did what you said you were gonna do. Yeah. You got the championship for Cleveland. That was that was really it. If you really think about it, yeah, all that other stuff is great and it's going on. Who cares? But he went and he said, "Yo, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get a couple championships here." Did it with Miami. Then he went. He's like, "Yo, I'm coming home. I'm gonna win y'all the championship, and then I'm done." And basically, he could have won 2. You know what I'm saying? He could have won 2, but he won 1, and he did what he said he's gonna do. You see what everybody's doing? I'm more appreciative of the fans in Cleveland, how much they've grown. Like, you remember how the first time they was burning his jersey and all that? I saw a video of it the other day. One guy he had the LeBron James jersey, he had the lighter, and then he switched it with a sign that said, "Thank you, LeBron." He put it on there. They even wrote a nice little letter to him, the city of Cleveland, because he deserves it. I mean, he did, he brought business. He did everything for that city. What else could he have done? So I don't think it's legacy at this point. But for what? Like, now it's just about happiness. At that point, I mean, what else do you have to prove?
I don't feel like he has stuff to prove, but I'm pretty sure that he still has that in his head that, you know what I mean, he always wanted to be in that conversation. And I don't care what anybody says, he wants to be in that conversation with Jordan, Kobe, and the other greats out there. Magic and all that stuff.
Is he not? He's not. He is, though.
He's not in that conversation. He's not in that
all
conversation.
His stats are ridiculous.
But that's
he blows them all out the water, so it doesn't matter.
So can we talk about Karl Malone then?
That's another good point.
Can we talk about Karl Malone?
Karl Malone's probably the great. Well, then I mean.
But this is what I'm saying to you.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest player of all time.
And that's what I'm saying though. So like, I'm just talking about when it comes out to accolades, you can't have that conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, Jordan wasn't great because of just championships. It was his style.
Facts.
It was his flair. It was his attitude. There were multiple factors, and the same thing has to be said for LeBron. Multiple factors. You can't. That's why he gets that conversation more than Kobe. You notice how people just skip Kobe now. It's pretty kind of disrespectful, but you can understand why, because he's a carbon copy of Jordan.
You know what I mean? He's the next closest thing to Jordan.
He's a carbon copy. He's
the next closest thing to Jordan. Like, I feel like a lot of people can. I feel like you have to replicate yourself off of someone else from the past.
But everything he does is Jordan. They literally have a montage of it. Like,
no, but I get it. He idolized him, and you know what I mean. I'm not knocking his hustle, but at the same time, it's one thing if you idolize a person and you're not as good or greater, but he showed that he can hang. He can, you know what I mean. it's one of those things where it's mutual respect. Like, it's one of those things. If someone else is copying or, you know, what is that? The ultimate flattery when someone else does something that you're doing.
The ultimate flattery is.
But at the same time, if you're doing it and you're great at it, you can't get mad at the person.
I mean, but that's the thing. Kobe's never going to be seen as an original. That's the only downfall of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think they skip him. Because like, okay, there was a point where remember we used to have that conversation when we were younger. T-Mac or Kobe.
Okay.
At that point, we were saying T-Mac is better. I recall those conversations. We used to say T-Mac is better.
Yeah.
But why was T-Mac better? Because
T-Mac was more athletic.
He was more athletic, but he had his own style. Like the way he played was never seen.
He had his own style. He had his own flair and all that extra stuff. And I get it though.
So that's what the thing is. And that's why I think we skip Kobe. To be fair, that's the only reason I can see why they just jump right over him. Why else? There's nothing else. I mean, he has championships. That's great. He has accolades. That's great. But then it's just like, you notice they never say Jordan, Kobe. They say Jordan, LeBron. It's just it's always very quick and subtle. And then I think I saw some ranking of like NBA players top whatever. Kobe was like 9.
Nah.
Kobe was like 9 or 8. Yeah, like even they had Dirk in front of him. And then I think it comes down to team and time and all that other stuff. Man. But it just depends. I think it honestly depends. LeBron's gonna be great. I think he's great his legacy's not tainted at all.
It's not tainted, but at the same time,
everybody's like, you need championships, but he did the one he said he would have to do for Cleveland, and I think that's the more important one because you said you would do it and you held your word, and now you're good. And the same thing with Miami. So I mean, I get it, and you got to think long run. Long run, he wants to. Who doesn't want to live in LA or Miami? Those are 2 main cities. I wouldn't. Would you want to live in Cleveland? No.
Yo, wait, no, hold on. There was a quick story, Yo, we went up there for a workout a long time ago. And there was a plaque right as you're leaving the airport. It says, "Cleveland, we're going places," and I was like, did they put this up before or after LeBron left?
It had to be with him.
He said, they had to be before.
I have no disrespect to Cleveland. Anybody watching Cleveland, I don't know anything of Cleveland, so I can't necessarily. But I mean, if we're saying major cities like New York or Chicago or Miami, like those are major cities. You know there's.
No, I know.
So that's why I feel bad.
I do feel bad.
I think Cleveland enjoyed their time having LeBron because they saw a lot of money. He brought a lot of money to that city.
He definitely brought that.
He was
brought
the big
that city
thing.
up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the same thing. He was the same thing as what Mayweather did for
Vegas and
Vegas.
The fights. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the judge was like, he has to fight.
You know what's funny?
He has to.
You say that, but you know who was the first? It was actually Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya used to have all of his fights in Vegas. If you look back, he was actually the first.
Yeah, because he was at MGM.
Yep, he was always at MGM. He was the first to start that whole trend of Vegas. And people actually don't even notice that, but...
Well, let's just be fair. Like, all the fights used to just be in Vegas. Like,
true.
all the primetime fights.
He made primetime.
All that, you know what I mean?
But they used to go overseas.
No, they did. No. But that was before. That was like Muhammad Ali. Like, you know
Tyson
what I mean?
went overseas too.
Yeah, but
it wasn't common.
It wasn't common.
But I think that's why the sport dies.
But in all fairness, it used to be Caesars.
That's true.
It used to be Caesars Palace. It used to be Caesars Palace. It wasn't MGM.
Yep. MGM took that over, which was a good move for MGM. I'm not mad at that.
Solid.
But I mean, they should go back to having fights overseas. I think that would keep the sport even better.
I don't know. They still got the World Cup, so
World Cup's going good. Sorry, Brazil fans, you guys lost today.
Sorry.
You guys lost. France made sure of that.
Listen, man, I love waffles. FYI.
Poor Brazil, man. Poor Brazil. They just can't get
all right, we're going to get right into it, people. Honest.
On me? I'll take Smiley.
Ross. A little middle. What you got?
What's hot?
What's hot? I got entertainment, people. I wear it like I mean it.
What's hot right now? There's a couple things going on.
You tell me, man. Go ahead.
One, I saw today. I was really interesting, and I mean, NBA free agency is probably the hottest thing right now. To be 100% honest, just because everything that happens.
Yeah.
And it's interesting with sports, right?
Yeah.
Sports gets the most coverage if you notice. Like, I don't see pieces move, but what's hot to me is the amount of money that these guys make. Did you know that the 4 of the like top players that got signed in the NBA made more than all like 12 or 13 of the quarterbacks in the NFL? Guaranteed money too. The biggest contract I think is what's his name from Atlanta? He has $100 million. Matt Ice.
Oh, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. And then you look at listen to these contracts, right? 154 million, 143 million, 145 million, 77 million. Now, that's 4 contracts.
DeMar DeRozan, 27.7. James Harden made 28.3. Kyle Lowry, 28.7. Blake Griffin, 29.9.
Oof.
Gordon, wow.
Yeah, he got
29.7.
He just got a big contract. That's a big he just got a 4-year contract.
And Steph is making the most, 34.7.
So I think what's hot to me is the amount of money in sports and how it's represented in each sport, right? In my opinion, I think it's soccer. Do soccer stars make the most?
Soccer's still like
The world sport. As far as world, they make, because Messi, it's really Messi, Ronaldo that really run stuff. And when you get to America, that's when you see boxing, and that's when you see Mayweather. And then everybody else kind of falls in line after that. I think LeBron's even like 8 or 9, because I think golf and tennis actually make more money. So it's interesting to me financially how much all of these sports make like differently. Baseball contracts are ridiculous. We can all admit that.
That's ridiculous.
Which we don't. So we try to figure out what I'm trying. I guess my question is,
Right
how
now
do you
is
prices?
right now is basketball.
Basketball's highest.
Basketball is the highest right now.
Oh yeah, because of these contracts that just came.
And I feel like the reason why they, I'm gonna chime in. I feel like the reason why these contracts are higher now is because of all the TV contracts, and they expanded their network of everything. Like, and I feel like, and it's almost true to say that the NBA is at its finest where in terms of everyone is on the same page. Like when it comes down to the bargaining agreement and everything like that, everybody is on the same page. With that being said, they get in these gross amount of contracts and these salaries. You have the only cheesy thing I don't like is the logos. That's a little cheesy.
Yeah, well, that's
a little cheesy to me.
That was
like,
that was
new.
new. That was the first
It was
year.
new. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Teachers own and all that stuff is. I think the worst is probably Orlando. Like, I don't want Disney on me. I really don't. Like, I can't have Disney.
I mean, they're a big market.
I know.
They spread.
That's only.
Well,
that's all
okay.
Orlando.
Here's my question to you then. Knowing what these players make, should they ever go bankrupt? And why do they go bankrupt? And it's due to money management. Fair to say?
And it is through money management. That's why they have two different areas. They have the NBA.
Yep.
And then they have the Players Association.
Yep.
So the Players Association is supposed to, how can I put it, guide and educate the young players on being like, here's a CPA.
Mm-hmm.
The CPA is going to show you how to manage your money and all that stuff. However, what's the problem with the athletes is that they're not, how can I say, they're not as educated enough to understand what is good to invest in and what's not good to invest in. So, you know what I mean? You got a CPA, I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like,
so scammed. They get scammed.
I don't want to say scam, but a lot of it is just like, you know what I mean, off of either luck or it's skill or whatever the case is. But at the same time, it's just one of those things where if I come up to you, I'm like, yo, Clinton, so I know you just got $10 million. Listen, I got this dope concept, this dope idea. You just give me $10,000, man. I'm going to get you started. You're going to be set for life. Say no more. 10,000 means nothing to you.
That's light money.
10,000 means nothing.
To them, that's light money.
You see what I'm saying? So now, like, you know what I mean? 10,000.
But $10,000 is $10,000 too.
But you don't realize how much it is until you ain't got it.
That's true.
Until you bankrupt.
Who's the one star you think of when you think of financial issues like bankruptcy? I know who mine's is T.O.
No.
Mine's is T.O. And the only reason I say T.O., I'll say this straightforward. The only reason I say T.O., this is why I say T.O., right? I never forget. I was watching the Terrell Owens show when it was on VH1.
Oh,
and he was sitting on the couch and he was crying. And the nigga was like, what do you say? I'm broke. And his friends are like, you just signed a huge contract. He didn't know his credit. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know where his finances were going. He has a black card, but he didn't know anything. So that was always the one that stuck in my... And Andre Rising, because the house.
No.
Andre Rising, because the house. Lisa left that bread.
Listen.
So who do you think of?
Boston, I love you, but Antoine Walker.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Antoine Walker.
I forgot that one.
Antoine Walker is probably the worst.
How much did he make? 130?
He made more than T.O. T.O. made about 80.
Yeah, he made 130.
Dude.
130.
And you ain't got nothing yet?
Yeah, he got wrapped up in a lot of bad real estate deals. He got wrapped up.
Real estate? No,
he was gambling, but it was gambling. It was the Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's a bad gambler. Everybody tends to skip that. I'm telling you, Michael Jordan's bad
That's
gambler.
why he got divorced.
That's why he got divorced.
Why she was like, yo, you gotta stop.
She took 300. What she say? 300 million, I think, in the Senate.
Nah, more than Tiger Woods though. Tiger Woods' wife he took.
But he got caught for adultery. He got caught for cheating, and then he went down because he stopped cheating. I'm not saying it's okay, but listen, he went down for cheating, and she took 500 million.
She took the bait.
Not just that, you know she dated a billionaire right after that.
Of course, she got clout. She got clout. Like, yo, I'm Tiger Woods' wifey. What? You Tiger Woods' wifey?
3 kids. With 3 kids.
I want in.
2 or 3 kids.
I want in. I want in.
Now you give me that contract. Now he giving you that.
Because he knows that he got to pay for the kids.
Yeah. Well, I think the child support was probably worse than the actual settlement. She got $500 million. She's never gonna go broke, and if she does, God bless her. God bless her. I would have did a settlement out of court.
And yo, just FYI for people that wondering what sports are in the top ranking, it was NBA at the most highest paid, baseball second, ice hockey, NHL third.
I thought they never got paid.
Average is 2.5 million.
Oh, they went up.
NFL 4, 2 million. In the last
What is it?
soccer people. Wow.
How is soccer the last?
1.6.
That is horrible because I know what some of them soccer stars get paid.
1.6.
Someone's fudging some numbers here for tax purposes.
But you know what it is? You know what it is though? I feel like a lot of people from overseas, they get paid. Like the English Premier League, they all get paid. They get paid.
They get paid.
The Spain, the Italian, all that extra, they get paid.
Those Manchester United, Juventus, all those big teams,
Lazio, like all of them, they get paid.
They get paid.
Real Madrid, Barcelona, all of them. They
you can name all the top soccer clubs. They get
exactly, they're getting paid.
But everybody else, not so much.
They get jump change. They're like this, yo.
Not so
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, that's tough.
What do you mean,
that hurts.
coach?
That hurts. That would hurt me.
That sucks. That sucks.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, let's do the first one. Boom! What's the first one? Ooh, this one's good. Alright, riddle me this. Fear of failure or happiness in being comfortable? Which comes first?
Ooh.
That's
okay.
That's you know what I mean? Like
okay, this is interesting. I think this is an interesting topic because we're saying fear of failure, right?
Fear of failure or happiness in being comfortable. Which comes first? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody has to go through this in life. You know, everybody will have to go through this through life.
I think I'm gonna say my part. I think happiness and comfort comes first to people. The average person. I want to say okay. First off, what are we saying about the average person? We're saying a person with a 9 to 5. Let me clarify. Disclaimer. I'm saying the person with a 9 to 5, the person with a consistent job that doesn't want to leave that job. That's what I'm saying. So, happiness and comfort. Okay, so the reason I say that, how many people have jobs that they hate, but they won't leave because of the money? So, in my opinion, I think that people tend to get happy in their comfort and want to stay there first. Now, fear of failure, everybody feels failure. That's a natural emotion. But fear is an emotion that you can overcome.
Yeah.
At any point. It doesn't have to hold you back because they say on the other side of fear is the greatest things in your life, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the cliche line. I'm just saying. Which is very true because a lot of times it's like overthinking something. People tend to overthink before they make the jump, and then they make the jump like, oh wow, it wasn't that bad. So I think the happiness and comfort will always come first, because it's like guaranteed. It's like people who like a guaranteed paycheck, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking anybody. Me personally, I don't have that life. I like to work for every dollar. I don't have fear, because fear is just another way of saying opportunity to me. In my mind, when I hear fear, and that's everybody's different, but I do think happiness and comfort definitely comes first to people.
No, of course. You know what I mean? I feel like bills are paid.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are cool. They're in school. Clothes are on their back.
Yep.
Food's on the table.
Yep.
Life is good.
Life is smooth.
Life is smooth. But damn, I wish I could go on more vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish I could send them to a better school. Damn, I wish I could prepare better to send them to a nice college and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. But I don't want to lose all of this.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people, like you said, that first phase of comfort is the first thing that they see first. They're like, you know what? Bills are paid.
Yep. Agree.
Only way that you switch it up, bills ain't being paid.
Yeah.
Bills ain't being paid.
Yeah.
I gotta get something else.
Yeah.
I gotta do something else. That's when you take the risk. Bills are paid, clothes on the back, food's on the table. I'm living a smooth, average, comfortable life. No disrespect to the people that have that feeling and all that stuff. That's not my forte. However, I just feel like a lot of people, what they become stagnant. And, you know, they don't follow what they actually truly believe in. Okay. And then after that, they fall back on that whole comfortability. They're like, you know what? No, I'm just going to do this.
So I guess my question to you would be, okay, let's say they do take the risk. Let's say they take the risk, right?
Okay.
What's the ultimate reward? I guess it comes down to individuality of what you consider a reward, right?
What's that famous saying? The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Okay. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know what I mean, you put it all up, bank it on, like, and I'm not sitting there saying, listen guys, I don't want you guys to sit there and just
crucify him. Don't crucify
quit your job tomorrow. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. But like what I'm saying is just look at it as an overall picture by saying like what's greater. Like, you know what I mean? My thing is just like I want you guys to continue to feed your family and all that stuff. But at the same time, if you have a focus, if you have something that you want to desire, the thing that you ultimately want to do, I say take that chance.
Now, do you think you need money in order to follow that chance?
Depends. Okay. Depends on what you're trying to follow. Okay.
And,
you know what I mean? Like every situation is different.
It's situational. Okay.
Every situation is different. Like it's fair to say, right? So you know what I mean? Like, and I understand that with any situation, money is involved.
Absolutely. Okay, we can agree.
Money's involved. However, money can never buy happiness.
That, you know what?
Money can never buy happiness.
That's an interesting topic.
Money could never buy happiness. Because you know what it is? I feel like, you know, at the same time, as much money as you get, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be satisfied with how much you're making. Because you know why? There's someone else that's either making more, or someone else that you want to impress more, someone else that you want to beat. But if you're in pursuit of what makes you happy and what satisfies you in life, money's never an issue.
So, I mean, then it comes down to the person knowing what their happiness is. That yeah. I think is where,
and that's what it is, and that's
the difference. The difference falls into play where people don't know what their happiness is.
They don't.
I think you have to know. You have to be comfortable with yourself. That's the first step of the whole thing. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to know what you want. You have to be like, okay, you know, like first and foremost, if you're gonna follow a dream, I tell people just cut the doubt out. Just cut that. That's done. Like, don't even think about doubt. Like, if you doubt it, don't even do it because you're already in the negative, right?
You're already done.
I listened to audiobooks by the guy who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. I forget his name. I'll mention it next time. But long story short, his best advice that I listened to and he said was, he asked a girl was telling him basically, long story short, that she was saying all the guys she doesn't want in her life, right? Mm-hmm. So he was, I don't want this, I don't want a smoker, I don't want a man who's this or that or that. He said one key element that I think everybody should really focus on. He said, then what do you want? He's like, I'll name your last 4 boyfriends. And they were everything that she said she didn't want. So you have to know exactly what you want and then I guess attack it. Obviously the fear is going to come attached to it, but you're going to have to obviously move forward. There's no really short changing this. Like,
no.
It's like if you jump off a cliff, you've jumped. Like you
jumped. That's it.
Just go, because at this point you're not going to go back up. You can't, I don't know anybody who's beat gravity. Jordan ain't even beat gravity. They say he could believe he could fly, but my point being is there's still gravity. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you still got to attribute it to it. So I think the first one is happiness with comfortability.
FYI is Jack Canfield and Mark Hansen. Mark Hansen, those are the 2 albums.
Jack Canfield has a great audio book. I would absolutely suggest listening to it. A lot of positive stuff on there. A lot.
You know what? No, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, I feel like that's the biggest thing in America. Like, when it comes down to it. And, not to downsize or not to downplay on anybody in America and all that stuff. I feel like that's why a lot of foreigners come over here to chase their dreams, because they have exactly. But not only the American dream, but it allows them to be who they want to be. A lot of other countries, they're communist, socialist, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? They're not able to express and chase what they actually want to do. In America, it allows them to do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many countless amount of people that have migrated here to America. Tesla, Einstein. You know what I mean? To actually search for that inner happiness.
Now, when you hear such things as like America's the greatest country in the world, in that aspect, I mean, we're really. I mean, no offense, we're not. We're 27th literacy. Like, we have so many issues, right?
Yeah.
But we do have opportunity, and I think that's what people should tell anybody who might. Because you're right, a lot of people migrate over here. You think the streets are painted in gold. You would think, like, no, it's opportunity, which is the difference, and you have to recognize what opportunity is. It's not always money.
It's not always money.
It's not always money. I think we can agree on that. We've seen way better instances. In my personal growth, I've noticed that more opportunities come when money's not involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. I can tell you from personal experience. I'd rather the opportunity of working with somebody who can teach me versus getting paid that one time. Because when you work with someone who can teach you, teach a man to fish, fish forever. You give a man a fish, such and such. So I think that's what people need to kind of relay to people who come over here. Because a lot of people, I think, they are misconstrued about the American dream. They get that idea of the gold painted street. Oh, America's this, America's that, America's this, and then they get here and then they're disappointed.
I feel like the American dream has changed. Okay. Back in the day it was the big house, white picket fence.
Is that still a dream?
The dog.
Is that still a dream? You think to somebody?
To the average person, no. Because I feel like social media changed that dream for people.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like social media changed the dream for people.
Okay.
Because now,
in a negative or a positive?
In a greedy. I want more.
Okay.
I want more than what he has.
Gluttonous. So we're gluttonous now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all been gluttonous, but yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I feel like social media has allowed people to view so many different people's lifestyle, where now you're like, nah, I want to. What Drake said. What Drake said about Kanye's pool?
He said my pool's bigger than. I'm just saying my pool's bigger than Ye's is all he was saying.
That's all I'm saying. But you know what I mean? It's about the level up on someone else's accomplishments. And you know what I mean? I feel like it's you know what I mean? I could guess it could be good and bad. You know what I mean? It's now something where your aspirations are now greater. Your aspirations are greater, and that's cool. However, but now I feel like with every aspiration there's more cutthroat. Fair?
People have more cutthroat. Would you say it's motivation or deterioration of oneself? That's my question.
I say 50-50. I say half and half. Lemonade and iced tea.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
That's fair. I can see.
You know what
because a person doesn't see that they start looking at someone else's dream. They don't focus on theirs. They don't stay. You gotta stay laser focused in the game. That's something I can definitely. That was definitely.
You know what I mean? No, it's a great, phenomenal way. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can look at it. That's the only way I can look at it. You know what I mean? If anybody else has anything to chime in, you know what I mean?
Feel free to leave comments. I mean, we'd love to see your. I mean, it really is. Is it happiness or fear of failure?
And that's
happiness
what it is.
And comfort or fear of
failure. That's it.
So it's got to be one of the two.
Woo! Moving on. What I got? I got entertainment. Oh my goodness.
What's happening in the world?
Fresh off the press.
Here we go.
Chris Brown gets arrested.
Yet again?
In Florida.
Again?
Again.
For what?
For a battery charge that happened previous months.
Is he being targeted?
You know what I mean? I look at it two different ways. You know what I mean? Like, it was, like, I look at it in the sense that, you know, could he be targeted or, like, and I look at it, he must be targeted because Chris Brown, listen, I dig your move. I dig your music.
Absolutely.
The dancing's crazy.
Talented.
I want to talk to you about that on a side note. Email me, shoot me email, all that stuff. Text me and all that stuff. But that shit you did to Rihanna, I don't know, bro. I can't. You know what I mean? But see, my thing is just like this. My thing is just, you know, for somebody, for the police to be waiting at the venue.
Yeah.
For you.
Agree.
It's honestly, I feel like, one, they have it out for him.
Okay.
Like, that county has it out for him. Because, you know what I mean? Anything like that, like, I feel like, I do feel like, as an artist, as somebody that's high profile, at least have the dignity, the decency, I should say, to sit there and be like, you know what? After this is over, we need to talk. Okay. We need to talk. Like, this is the situation that happened. Boom, boom. But, bro, like, you show up to a venue, you get arrested.
Pride.
Cops, Broward County, I know you guys doing your job. No disrespect to you guys, but however, this, I feel like it could have been handled much more better and professional in terms of just the high profile. Now, I'm not sitting there saying that they should treat him any differently from someone else. I'm not sitting there saying that. However, you're still doing the job by decency, by being like, yo, listen, here's the situation. I know you're about to go on stage. However, this is what we have to do. Can we do this? Boom, boom. Okay, if you want to come in freely, okay, cool. We come in afterwards. I know you got to do your thing. You're doing this for Broward County. Okay. You're doing this for our county.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's a lot of different variables playing into factor.
Okay.
But I'm not sitting there saying that what he did by punching a photographer, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that actually happened or all that stuff. But according to them, he punched a photographer in the face
a year ago.
Wow. And now they want to arrest him.
Okay. I'm trying. I mean, have we? Okay, as people, have we forgiven Chris Brown? You feel like at this point? Do you think at this point we've forgiven him?
Yeah.
Do you think America has forgiven him? I feel like they haven't.
I feel like they have.
It's always going to be a black cloud.
It's a black cloud, but you know what it is? Rihanna has that bad girl Riri now.
So now that's my question, right? That's where I was going with this. You notice Rihanna, how she acts. She's been more mischievous, a little wild. She's been to herself, right? But she's more wild than some of the things she does. Now, America doesn't judge her off of that because what's the first excuse they're going to use? The Chris Brown situation.
Well, exactly.
You know, she's had a hard time.
Yeah.
I think we got to let this go. At this point, how many years has it been? 6, 7?
Like probably 6, 7 years. Yeah.
And we still are on this? Like, absolutely, he's targeted. I mean, let's not even, we don't have to sugarcoat it. Now, when you say you don't want them to treat him different, that's kind of, we can't say that because that would be different if they were to tell him, like, hey, after, let's do it. So we can't say that. But I think they could handle this in a better way. It just doesn't make sense at this point. Like, you know, the kid has really been quiet. You know, you see different sides of him now because, you know, I hate to say this, and ladies, please don't take offense to this, but I've talked to plenty of women who have been in abusive relationships and all types of stuff, and they're like, you know what? A piece of me wants to say that he was abusive. The other piece of me sees that an action had a reaction. And that, I think, is where we lack as people, as people. You know, as mankind, right? We tend to take the lie before the truth. We like the lie because it's always better. Now, granted, you see the pictures of Rihanna. That's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
But she also punched him in the face and all that. And all that can be said. And no man should hit a woman. I'm not at all attributing to it. But I've spoken to plenty of women who said, I recall one woman I used to work with, she actually told me one time, she's like, I'm surprised he hasn't hit me because I deserve to be hit. Now, when a woman can say that out loud, I was shocked because it is true. It's human nature. I do understand that male and females are very different, and that's fine. That's the point. That's why we're male and female. Now, certain situations can get heated, of course, just like, you know, with family. I think relationship things should be kept in quiet and dark. You don't bring it to light because this is what happens.
Yeah.
So, with this situation, it was publicized and made it worse. And then other stars, I feel like, made it worse. I honestly, a piece of me, Jay-Z, what he did was wrong. He shouldn't have got involved in that. He was mad and saying all this stuff about Chris Brown. That part, I don't agree with. Because he had a situation. And the only reason he got out of his situation is because he knew there were cameras in his situation. So did we think he would have hit Solange?
But hold on. But did you hear that little side rumor that Jay was
messing with Rihanna?
Riri.
So, okay, so now who's the bad guy?
But who is the bad guy?
There's all these good guys. Who's the bad guy? That's the question.
Bad guy is whoever get caught.
That's the
facts. These are facts. So whoever get caught, that's the bad guy.
That's always the bad guy. I absolutely agree with you.
And you know what I mean?
It's never the first person they see do the hit. It's always the second person.
It's always the second person.
It's always the second person.
Whoever they...
Oh my God, we saw you. Like, you didn't see the dude just punch me in the face. So that's what I'm saying. I think America, we have to forgive Chris Brown at this point. He really has not done anything to kind of... It's just like... That's how I feel about the Drake Kid situation too. Mm-hmm. It's not our business. It's not. But because they are in the media, we take it a little more personal because we have a love for them. Mm-hmm. And anything you hate, you loved at one point is how I view things. That's my personal view of things. If you hate it at this point, that must mean you loved it at another point. And that's okay. Because it's like any friendship you lose. It's like any relationship. You loved it at a point, but it didn't work. Same thing with America and Chris Brown. We got to get to that point where we kind of got to forgive. Like, it's like we can't look for every situation. Because the kid was already blackballed.
But you got to understand something. You know what I mean? That's how the media is.
I absolutely agree.
They will taint you for whatever is the most negative thing that you've ever done.
Agree 150%.
Here's a quick nerd tip. Just in case you guys didn't know.
He said nerd tip.
Listen, the biggest thing that Einstein was shunned for was the building of the bomb.
Yeah.
Because he
created the atom bomb.
He created it. He found out the solution how to do it.
Okay.
That was his biggest thing that a lot of people be like, you know, if it wasn't for Einstein, that would have never happened.
Well, he's not. Well, he's also thought of it.
But that's the thing, though. So, like, people would always remember that dark little thing about that person.
They remember the bad before the good. Absolutely, exactly. I agree. People always remember bad before good. And that's okay. I think that's human nature.
And that's what it is.
But at the same time, you have to learn how to forgive America. Let's let Chris Brown go at this point. I think it's time.
Chris,
I've let it go. I mean, I don't care, honestly. But
Chris, I'll let it go.
America has to let it go. Because it's to the point where it's over the top now. He's not going to call you.
He's not going to call you.
He'll teach you how to pop lock.
Nigga, I'm trying to learn. But he learned that from James.
No, he learned that from fucking Michael Jackson.
No, Usher. Man. Usher was nice.
Then why didn't Justin Bieber learn it?
Moving on.
Okay,
moving on.
That was quick.
Boom! What's going on? We are going to the next. Okay, this is good. Hear me out, people.
Talk to me.
Cash is king, or credit card is God.
Ooh.
Woo!
That. I like that. Cash is king or credit card is God.
Cash is king or credit card is God. Let's talk about this.
I think it depends on the acquisition.
No, let's talk about it.
I think it depends on the acquisition. All right.
This is a good topic.
I appreciate this topic.
Cash is king or credit card is God.
Now,
Uh-huh.
you want to go first? Or you want me to go
Okay, go. You know.
So, cash is great, but, and I emphasize the but, credit is more important. Why? Why do I say credit is more important? Credit allows you to buy cars, houses, assets. But at the same time, cash can also allow you to buy assets.
Facts.
Such as stocks, bonds, art, those things that appreciate.
Those things that don't matter.
No, they appreciate.
No, but those things that don't matter.
Also, cash allows you to buy things that don't matter. And I think that's where we get caught up. Now, credit is important for a house. Absolutely. For a car. Absolutely. That was bad. Those are the things it's important for. Your major living situations.
Yeah.
Car is a necessity. House is a necessity. You need a roof over your head. You need, renting an apartment. You need good credit. We can admit that. If you have cash in those situations, you're no good. You're really no good. Like, I mean, we can attribute it to
You better off buying.
you're better off buying a house, right? Cash. But then you got to prove the cash. So that's where the credit becomes important. That's where it gets a little more convenient. That is where the difference is. You can have cash all you want. Like, it's drug dealers have mattress money. Fair to say, we all of us know, we all know one. They have a bunch of mattress money, they can't do nothing with it because of the credit. So, if it's any advice to any gentlemen who are in illegal lifestyles, you should absolutely find a way to form some credit. Because cash is king though. Cause me working in real estate, I've seen guys who are cash buyers versus guys who are financing. And the difference to me is, let's say a house costs $450 and the cash buyer offers $445. They'll take the cash buyer. Even though it's $5,000 cheaper, because it's less to deal with. You don't want to deal with banks. You don't want to deal with mortgage brokers. You don't want to deal with same thing with cars. And I want to let all of our viewers know this. Credit is important when you're buying a car or leasing a car. The better the credit you want.
Oh, that's right.
And the reason I say that is because dealerships make their money off of credit. So when you finance a car, that's where they make their money. If you'll notice, they'll treat you way different when you pay cash. So if you finance a car, that's where they make their money. And the better the credit score, obviously, the better the rate. And that's where it plays a part. Rates are very important. I think we need to discuss that as Latino and black people, all races. We should definitely discuss that because it's very taboo.
But my thing is just, I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
Is credit card God?
It shouldn't be. Credit card is
credit card above cash? Is credit card above cash?
No,
okay.
No. I'm not gonna say that.
You know what I mean? And you know what? And fair to say, I will disagree.
Okay.
Because the only reason why I'm telling you is this, because like you just mentioned, credit is more dependent on cash.
Okay.
So my thing is just like somebody with good credit is more likely to look greater in a limelight than somebody that has $200,000-$300,000 in the cash, because no one knows it. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. So therefore, that person with the credit card of the Black American Express or this or they have this credit or this credit, they're looked at as
oh wow.
But okay, fair scenario.
Shoot.
What are you more impressed with? Somebody that pulls out a knot of $100 bills, or somebody that pulls out an exclusive credit card?
Me personally?
Personally.
No,
my thing is just like, now, hear me out.
Average person. Are we saying average or me?
You.
Okay, me, I'm impressed with the person pulling out hundreds.
Why?
You know why? Because credit is borrowed money.
No, that's facts. No.
That's why. That's the only reason why. So that means,
Oh,
and to be fair, I'll explain why I'm saying that. Ash. To be fair, I'm saying because I know what credit cards are. They're based off of your credit score.
Facts.
And what you and like a black card is you have to have $500 or $1 million, I believe it is, at any time in your bank account.
Facts.
That's what the difference is with that American Express black card, right? So you have to have that in your card. So if you pull out the black card, I'm impressed because you know what? You have that. But the person with cash actually has the cash.
Have you ever had a knot of hundreds?
Yes. At
So,
one point in my life.
so why does that impress you that that person has a knot?
No.
Fair. No,
And I
fair.
don't
No,
think the
hear
fair
me
word
out.
is not impressed.
Hear me out. No. But that's what I'm saying though. So my thing is just like, are you more impressed with something that you haven't seen or something that you have experienced? You see what I'm saying?
You're
see what I'm
more
saying?
impressed by what you haven't experienced.
Exactly. So my thing is just like, if you haven't seen something before,
I've never seen that. Yeah, fair.
Gold.
That's fair.
you see what I'm saying? So my thing is just like, that's why people, I feel like, when it comes down to certain credit cards,
Yep.
do a double take up.
Oh shit.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, that
Yeah, you did.
person
Oh my
has
god,
it.
he has that. Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
shit.
I agree. I was saying, but me personally, I know.
But I understand it. I understand it. And I understand it. And I respect that. Because I do believe in that whole cash is king. But I feel like cash is king is so old school now.
Okay.
I feel like that's so 1990s, 80s,
Okay.
and all that
I
extra
respect
stuff where it's not the
norm.
most.
It's not the norm.
It's not the norm
It's
anymore.
not the norm. We can admit that.
So my thing is just like, why even
Why you pull it out?
why pull it out?
Okay.
Because you know what I mean. It's not equally. I don't feel like it's equally respected. If I see an OG, no disrespect to the OGs, pull out a knot of
Let's say $5,000.
2-5, it doesn't mean nothing to me.
Okay. But
It
you're more
doesn't
impressed
even-
with the guy with the black card.
I am.
Okay. All right. I mean,
And it's just
retrospective.
it's
I can understand that.
It's one of those things where it's just like,
Now, here's my question. Let's say the OG does get the black card a few months later. Are you now impressed? Because you saw the $5,000 the first time, so you knew he had the cash. Then you see the black card. Let's say 6 months later. Are you impressed now? That's definitely. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I respect that.
Okay, because you feel like he formed his hustle.
I'll switch it on you.
Yeah.
I respect it even much more better if he has a black card and a debit card.
Okay.
I
All
respect
right.
that.
All
I respect that because you know what it is. It's
That means
just like
he upped his business. Okay.
I respect that.
Okay. But you're
I
not
respect that.
you're
I
not
respect
impressed. You're not impressed by the black card alone.
I'm not impressed by the black card.
But you
alone.
knew he had the money. That's the kicker. That's
No,
what
I know he has the money. I
Yeah.
know he has the money.
You know he has the funds.
But at the same time, I feel like even if you have the funds available, like, you know what I mean? My thing is just like anybody could save up. Like, no disrespect, people. Like anybody could save up. Say for instance, we go on a trip, we plan a trip.
Yeah.
Listen, Clint, me and you, we're going 6 months. We're going blah 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 blah.
Can we
I
pick a
need just-
destination?
Bali.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to
I'm
Bali.
going in September.
Listen.
I'm going to September.
Nice, must be nice. So listen, we're going to Bali, right? So I need you to save up $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, right? You're like, okay, cool, nothing. It's nothing to me. Boom, you save up $6,000, $7,000, $8,000.
Okay.
You got $6,000 saved up. You pull $6,000 out of your account.
Okay.
You rocking around $6,000 in your account.
Yep.
Do you think, honestly, in your honest opinion,
In my opinion.
a wealthy person will appreciate you much more if you pulled out a prestige credit card or if you pulled out $6,000.
He's gonna.
No, respect.
All the wealthy gentlemen I know will respect the prestige credit card.
Okay, so see, my thing is just like, now it comes back.
Okay.
Credit card of God or cash is king.
But to play off your point, I know a lot of guys that have these great credit cards. They have the great credit scores, but they don't have the cash.
Facts.
So are they living a fake lie? They're living a lie. Fair to say? Because you
can
can't afford it.
You could live that lie. That's fine. No. Hold on. I mean, I'm not arguing the fact if they can afford it.
Okay.
I'm not arguing that fact.
Okay.
But we're trying to determine is cash king or credit card is God.
Okay.
Credit card is God in this day and age. Because you know why? Because my thing is just like people love flashy shit.
Okay. And that's
these are fair to say.
That's where I'm gonna disagree with you. I just think cash is king. Still, to this day, I'm still gonna say that.
I'm gonna do dark. Fuck you. Fuck you. No.
But I'm gonna say
no. You're doing dark. You're doing dark because I'm doing dark. No. You're doing
I'm gonna say cash is king only because, and this is why, social media I don't believe in.
No,
so
that's fine.
But you said this day and age they believe flashy shit, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm a gentleman. I like to say to myself, a lot of guys I know, and like I said, you said a rich gentleman will respect the flashy card. The flashy card. But in the end of the day, cash will get you way further.
No, I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue that. I 110% agree with you. Cash will get you further. However,
the credit card now.
Credit cards now
in today's age.
Today's age is God level.
We'll agree. Okay, we can go with that. 50-50 split. Agree, disagree. That was a good. That one we could agree on. I say cash is his credit. That's fine. We can live with that.
This is bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Nothing bad.
Listen, guys. Listen, man. Full disclaimer. Fanta, I'm not sponsoring them, anything like that.
Unless they send us some money. Wait, they gotta send us some money. If you guys send us some money, we'll gladly.
Fanta, like, send me a pack of Fanta. I'll put it on here.
We'll gladly tag you.
Fanta, send me not the orange one, the grape.
No, it gotta be grape or gotta be strawberry.
That's great.
Or strawberry. I like strawberry.
Strawberry is foreign, right?
No, I don't know. We'll figure that. Pineapple, strawberry, or grape. It gotta be one of the three.
Fanta, inbox me. Send me an email, something like, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Listen, we'll plug you. We'll have plug you.
I'll put it out here.
We should actually phase out the shirt. Just because they shouldn't even get that. But if they do, we will gladly take some marketing promotions.
You know what, Fanta? I'm going to talk to you.
We'll email them. Just email them.
Who's the name of the dude?
We got to find out who he is. We got to find out who he is. We'll find out. The internet has everything.
Listen, man, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another
appreciate you
episode of Opinions and Consequences. Episode Cinco. Like Cinco de Mayo. Listen, you guys gotta stop smoking weed.
Comments.
Stop it.
We like comments. We
appreciate
likes,
subscribe. Listen, like we need your feedback.
Right.
I love your feedback.
There.
Good, bad, ugly. I don't care about whatever you guys say. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to improve the show and make it better to your liking. However, this is a special holiday exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
4th of July special.
I didn't go out of town for this.
So yeah. You know what I mean? We're here. We're here.
I'm leaving today.
We are here now.
For you.
But listen, salutations, man. Stay safe. Stay safe for the holidays if you guys are celebrating. Happy 4th to everybody who has celebrated, and happy Wednesday to everybody who didn't celebrate it. But till next time, signing off, AJ McLaughlin.
Clint E. Martinez, good to see you.
Opinions and Consequences. Like, subscribe. Tell a friend. Cinco.